and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and family. My name is Uriel Robles, and I am the proud principal of Cesar E. Chavez High School. On behalf of our school, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this evening's ceremony and to recognize these wonderful graduates. Buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a nuestra ceremonia. Mi nombre es Uriel Robles, el director de la Escuela Cesar Chávez, y es un gran honor presentarles a estos gran estudiantes que se gradúan esta noche. At this time, I would like to ask everybody to join me in the listening of our national anthem, recorded by our very own graduating senior, Cesar E. If we can please stand, and the flag will be to your right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets random, the bombs bursting in them, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening again, parents, family, and community members. As we get started, I want to acknowledge some very important people in our community. They have partnered with us in the success realized by our students. It is because of their support and yours that our students are ready to take on the challenges life has to offer. I would like to introduce our board president, Mr. R. Armendari, who couldn't be here today. He apologizes. Eloise Carrillo, board clerk. Arnold Morrison, board member. Lionel Reyna, board member. And Mr. Ray Arvizu, board member. We are honored to have the Delano Lions Club once again sponsor our 8th semester honor roll plaques for our students. So students, those of you that have them, when you come up, make sure you bring your plaque with you so you can get a good photograph. I would also like to recognize Superintendent Jason Garcia and the rest of our district administration for their leadership and support. To the teachers, classified staff, and counseling team, thank you for your hard work, dedication, and guidance that you have provided our students. Parents and family members, thank you for supporting your child and be proud of what your child has accomplished. Your hard work and sacrifice are to be recognized. Being a parent myself, I can only imagine the joy you have in knowing that your child is graduating high school. Please know that there are more accomplishments to come and many more things to celebrate. Padres, este es un momento de orgullo. Igual que los estudiantes, ustedes se merecen este reconocimiento. Sepan que todos sus sacrificios no fueron por nada. Gracias por apoyar a sus hijos durante estos tiempos. Y sepan que en el futuro hará más eventos en la vida de sus hijos para celebrar. Muchas gracias, padres. Now to the graduates. I stand before you with gratitude and respect. I hope that you realize and take in this moment and what you have accomplished. It's incredible. I heard Mr. Garza, our head counselor, one time say in a parent-teacher meeting to a student, says, man, it's hard enough to get good grades and graduate high school, but it's even harder during these times, during this pandemic. And he's right, it's a challenge. It was a challenge. It's a great accomplishment and you did it. Nobody can take that away from you. No other class can claim this moment. Only the class of 2021. I say this advice every year to our graduating class, and I'll say it again. As you move on to life after high school, remember the many people in your life that have helped you be successful up to this point. Continue to seek advice and guidance. It is okay not to have the answer or know what to do in every situation. Just know that you're not alone. There are many people out there that are going through or have gone through what you will encounter. Ask questions, listen to their advice, evaluate it, and then make a decision. That's what good thinkers do. The best advice I can give you is work hard. Find what motivates you and enjoy the best things in life. See, hard work will get you through any task. It will help you overcome weakness, fear, and doubt. Hard work is such a vague term, and it's because it can help you accomplish almost anything that you want to do. As for motivation, that's what keeps you going. Let this moment in our lives be a motivating factor for you to accomplish many more things. Use this time to re-energize and do the things that maybe you would have not done or been able to do before. Lastly, be thankful for the blessings that you have been given. Just know that your perspective on things will always be there through the toughest times. Make the best of your current situations, but always look for ways to improve it. Graduates, we all know you're going to continue to do great things. I wish you the best and thank you for allowing me to be part of this moment in your life. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce our class of 2021 valedictorian, Mr. Mark Jaden Ramos.
Good evening, members of the District Board, Cesar E. Chavez High School staff, families, fellow students of the class of 2021. My name is Mark Jaden Ramos, and it is with great honor that I deliver this speech to you tonight. On this bittersweet day, a speech that will attempt to portray the several takeaways from this year despite the circumstances that we've had to endure. I know it is quite this cliche phrase, but it doesn't seem like only yesterday that we were a confused freshman scrambling to find the correct classroom based on what we saw on this tiny sheet of paper. Now we sit here about to celebrate our graduation from this school that we have grown to love, an event forever symbolizing our passage from one chapter to the next, in which we will continue our lives as our own people, unleashing the endless potential that I see as I gaze upon my peers tonight. This journey called life that lies ahead of us will, without a doubt, bring us joys and sorrows of various degrees, no matter who we are or how prepared for it we may believe ourselves to be. Therefore, let us not hope that our lives come to us as only trivial, so as not to test the extent of our efforts. Instead, let us travel to the extent of our efforts so that we may triumph over the obstacles in our life that lie between us and our goals. That said, we all have our own definition of goals. In a few years' time, some of us will venture into the STEM field, some into medical, some of us will be enlisted in the armed forces, and to others, busy members of the labor force. In a few years' time, our own talents and ambitions will have been realized, and although we will have branched our own ways into our own part of society, may we never forget our roots, sprout from the same seed here at Cesar E. Chavez High School. Roots that, after being nurtured, have but enabled us to pursue our own ambitions in our adult lives. After all, it is because of our roots that a tree remains so strong. While it may seem rather stupid to look to a tree for advice on how to live your life, we can learn invaluable lessons simply by observing, in particular, the palm tree. You see, oak trees, as tall and rigid as they are no match for a hurricane, which would only leave them snapped in half or uprooted. On the other hand, the palm tree, the supposedly weaker tree, gracefully dances in the wind as everything around it is violently ripped into smithereens. Let us not be like the oak tree, but the palm tree. For it is from its flexibility that it derives its strength, reminding us that we mustn't be resistant to change, as stubbornness is only but a halt to progress. In terms of progressing as a person as we enter adulthood, we will most definitely look back to our high school days and sometimes later probably cringe at our old selves. However embarrassing as it may be, if we cringe, it only means that we've since improved. That is nothing at all to be embarrassed about. Let us be thinkers in our adulthood, yes, but keep in mind that the more we think, the less we do. And as we do, may we carry ourselves with class and humility, as it is better to have more lightning in the hands rather than thunder in the mouth. Look at us now. We are the class of 2021. Here we are, after a year like no other, in which for most of us tonight is the first time we gaze upon each other's faces. After a year of COVID-19 guidelines, a year of Mr. Barker's class, episodes of Mr. Barker's class, a year of good mornings in Mr. Alegria's class, a year of grinding formulas in Mr. Al-Hassan's class, a year of turning in assignments right at 11:59 p.m., a year of realizing, dang, that was due yesterday. And of course, how can we forget the loved ones and friends that we've unfortunately lost during this COVID-19 pandemic? Let it not bring you sorrow that we did not experience a regular senior year. Let it instead bring you confidence that we have the strength to endure anything and everything as we venture off to pursue our forthcomings. As Mr. Barker would say, we love to see it. As Mr. G would say, keep the block hot, stay on the grind. And as Mr. Al-Hassan would say, this question is always number 6 in the exam. You must study this question to make flashcards. In all of my years of teaching, I've never seen an AP test without this question. To the wonderful families of my graduating peers, your support is absolutely invaluable. And without you, Cesar E. Chavez High School will not be what it is. To the hardworking staff and all the teachers who we have been blessed to have spent time with these past 4 years, you have been a crucial element in the molding of the world's next generation, and for that, we are grateful. Thank you. To my supportive parents, you have brought me up to be able, not to be able to explore myself, but so that I may discover who I am and build who I am. Thank you. To my hilarious aunties and uncles, your humor and wits are what I will miss most of our time together as I grew up. Thank you. To my perseverant grandfather, you've shown me my way around the toolbox, as well as how to repair several things the Filipino way. Thank you. To my sweet grandmother, your beef and lima bean soup will forever be my favorite dish from my childhood. Thank you. To my dogs, you have been nothing but good to me. Good dogs. I understand that also many of our loved ones of our graduating class of 2021 are not able to attend tonight and are instead watching from home, live streaming from YouTube, right? I also understand that many of us, although congregated in celebration of our graduation, are separated by the barrier of language. Therefore, I would like to close off with this, something I want everyone to understand, regardless of if you speak my tongue or not. Thank you for everything. We could not have done it without you. We love you. Gracias por todo. No podríamos haberlo hecho sin ustedes. Los amamos. Maraming salamat po. Hindi namin ito magagawa kung walang suporta at tulong ninyong lahat. Mahal na mahal namin kayo. I wish you all success in your endeavors, and do not forget to dream big, as it is those who dream big who attract big things in their lives. Thank you all, and cheers to the class of 2021.